Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy PODCAST. I'm your host, T. Daniels, wife, mama of two girls, multi-business owner, iced coffee connoisseur, and your official bad bitch mentor. Get ready to transform your boring business into a money-making machine by learning how to just be better at being you. No more playing by the rules. It's time to hone in on your gifts, turn up your energy, and make some serious cash. So grab your coffee, your headphones, or just cover your child's ears and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I am here with a special guest today that I cannot wait to share with you. This is different than any other guest we've ever had. We're going to talk about all things self-image today, inside, outside, your skin, the big O, and the products that she has developed to change women's lives. So welcome in. I cannot wait for everyone to meet you. Tell everyone who you are, where you're from, what you do. Tell us your life story.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. That's such a big question. I'm Lana, as you said, Lana Kerr, and I am actually raised in Jamaica, the Caribbean, but I'm in Florida. I'm married now 27 years this year, and I have two boys, 23 and 21. And my educational background is in accounting and finance. I started off my professional life with KPMG, and then went back to school soon after, studied nutrition, open weight loss clinics, and then eventually Lumisk, which I know we're going to talk about. But my first business I was 14 years old. And I graduated from high school at 15. So, but 14, I opened like a gifting business with bun. My friend would bake the bun and I would gift it to supermarket owners and stuff like that. And then at 18, I opened another one, a pig farm, where I raised pigs and sold it to, in Jamaica, is a big thing. Jerk pork is a big thing. And I would sell it. And I don't eat pork, which I sold it to them. So I've always been business minded and always wanted to do something that would benefit a lot of people. And now I'm doing what I love, is my passion, really helping people to feel better about themselves.
I love it. First of all, where do you live in Florida?
I live in Weston, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 35 minutes north of Miami airport, and then close to Naples, and then close to West Palm Beach. So right in the middle there.
Amazing. Me and my husband are planning our escape to live in Florida, and I cannot wait to be there. We go there every year. It is like every time we leave, I cry. I'm like, I just want to live here forever.
Oh my goodness. Where do you normally go in Florida?
We usually go to 30A, like Alice Beach area. And yeah, I never want to leave.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, I hope that time will come very soon.
It is. I'm manifesting it. It's coming. And then also, you said you have two boys, 21 and 23.
Yes.
How do you look so fucking good?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look better in my mid 50s than I did in my 40s. And the only thing I'm telling you, I know this sounds very self-serving, but skin plays a big role, a big part of, youthful skin. The CO2 lift is really the fastest way to regenerate the skin. I actually will work with a lot of dermatologists, and I have dermatologists who will open a call based on the fact that when they saw me 9-10 years ago, and now they're like, Lana, how is it the quality of your skin gets better? So that's it. But thank you so much for saying that.
You look incredible. So for everyone watching on YouTube, you can see how amazing she looks. But if you're not, go over because you look incredible. But tell everyone, what is CO2? Like, what is this product you've developed? Tell me everything. I have to have it. I have to know about it.
You're going to have it soon. Well, CO2 lift is the first gel carboxytherapy. So let's go back into what is carboxytherapy. Carboxytherapy is the therapeutic use of carbon dioxide to regenerate the skin. It's a very natural way to produce oxygen. So think of a hyperbaric chamber in a box. That's what CO2 lift is. It's increasing blood supply. It's increasing neovascularization, which means blood cells, which means that it's going to help regenerate the tissue fast. It's increasing, it's neoangiogenesis. It's hydration. And one of my favorite sayings is, you don't get old, you dry up. So you think about a grape raisin analogy, the difference between a raisin and a grape is the water content. There's no, and that's what happens to our skins. We're born this beautiful, like your skin is beautiful, like this beautiful grape. And then we turn into this raisin. So we fortunately have the technology that's available to keep you as a grape. And even if you started turning into a raisin, you can reverse it and go back into a grape, because this is it increases hydration over 117% after one application. There's nothing on the market that does it. So that's what it's doing. And that's why people can visibly see a difference almost immediately.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about this today because as a coach, as someone who's always being seen, I always have to put my face out there, and I've struggled with skin issues and I've struggled with self-confidence for years until I finally broke out of my shell and focused on internal and external glow up. And I know there's so many women watching, and this is an issue. It's like people are looking at me all day long and I don't look and feel my best. So what inspired you to create this? Where did it come from?
Okay. So, I've always, my father in business has always said, find a need and fill it. And one of the things I've always had a passion for is really self-development. So my first business after, I left accounting and finance was weight loss. I went back to school studying nutrition because I felt that that was a great way to start helping people to change their bodies, which will in effect eventually change the way they think about themselves. So we started a um, weight loss, what, a
Program?
weight loss program with the clinic, and we eventually had 10 of them. We've treated over 30,000 people through that program. So so then a natural transition was a med spa, because people, when they started losing weight, started feeling better about themselves, they now wanted to start focusing on their skin. So we said, okay, let's open one. So we opened it on Las Olas. And then in looking for something that was as unique as our weight loss system for the skin, we came upon carboxytherapy. And that it's excited me because it was even though the technology that we're using is new, meaning through transdermally, carboxytherapy is very old. It started back with the samurai warriors would bathe in carbonic hot springs after battle to quickly heal their wounds. And then the French developed an application where through a needle, they would take a tank of CO2 gas, put it into your skin, and that was very effective, but it's painful and there was downtime. So now we found in Japan, which we have the exclusive rights to that technology, we found a gel delivery system that's painless, that's immediate. And that's what got me excited, that not only works on the face, the neck, the hands, but then we saw the benefit to our genitals, and not only for women, for men as well. And that would help, with the quality of life, because it would improve, our pleasure. It would improve, our confidence, because we're feel better about ourselves. We're feeling better while we do something that's a very natural act. So yeah, that's kind of how we got into CO2 Lift.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. Yeah, I want to kind of talk too about feeling better. When you look good, you feel good. Like that's the truth. I know a lot of people tell you it's what's on the inside. It's both. It's the inside and the outside. And when you're taking care of yourself and you're loving yourself and you're falling in love with yourself, you create more money, more passion, more desire, spark, confidence, better relationships. Like you said before we got into recording, better sex life. And you just create this energy that is magnetic. People just want to know, like, what are you doing? How,
Mhm.
like, what is this energy that you're radiating? But I think that for women specifically, it's like, oh, if you get Botox or if you do something to your body to change it, then you're so like shallow and vague. And I want to talk more on this concept of like truly upgrading your self-image to have a better life, to have more money, to like have all the things you desire, because this is what I talk about. But you're doing the same thing from a different perspective. And how do we break this down for women, right? To like for it to be okay. Like I guess we're giving you all here listeners like a permission slip to like fucking look good, love yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk more too about like you went from weight loss and now you're helping women with skin, and now you have a product that helps women with their sexual life, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the
Because
same product.
it's a slightly different formulation
Okay.
because pH, and we have other factors that affect that area of our body. But just to piggyback or to springboard on what you just said, I think that, there's a whole concept that nothing is wrong with aging. And I like that. Obviously, aging is important because it means you're getting more experience.
Mhm.
But when I think of aging, I think of experience. I'm not thinking of actually withering. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have
Yes.
to benefit from aging. And especially at that, as you get older and you can have, and you've achieved a level of success, to enjoy that success, you need to be youthful and you need to feel youthful.
Yeah.
There's actually been a study, it was one of my favorite dermatologists, Dr. Shinobe. He talks about it. There's a study that shows that people act the way when they look in the mirror and whatever image they see, they're going to act accordingly. So
Yeah.
if you, as a 60, 70-year-old person,
Mhm.
look in the mirror and you look 40, you're going to act 40, meaning you're going to feel like you can do the things that you would do when you're 40 or
Yeah.
you're 50 years old. So I am a big advocate of doing things to keep that look for a very long time.
Yeah.
And and nothing is wrong with that. We have improved in technology in so many areas of our lives. Why shouldn't we improve in the way that we regenerate our cells and regenerate our skin?
Mhm.
Nothing is wrong with that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly what I teach, the law of reflection. And we've been taught for so long the way that you treat other people is the way that, treat how others how you want to be treated, which is not true. You should treat yourself the way you want other people to treat you. Because when you upgrade your energetic field and you treat yourself differently, the world treats you differently. Which is this
Yeah.
concept, right? When you look better, people are nicer to you, or you just get stuff given to you. But it's not that, right? It's this deeper level of like truly loving the way you look. And this is like the perfect opportunity. It's painless, right? It gives
Yes.
women this opportunity to really like upgrade your look, especially if you're afraid of what you look like. And for me, like skincare is this like form of taking care of myself, like loving myself. So tell me more. I want to talk about the skincare, then I want to talk about the vaginal stuff. So first, tell me, like, is there side effects or yeah.
No, there's no, because everyone, if they're alive, CO2 gas is something that is in your bloodstream,
Yeah.
right? So no, this is something that has no contraindication. It can be used by infants who have eczema. So it's not only an aesthetic application. So women who have eczema or whoever who have eczema, psoriasis, they're using it because basically it's treating the skin barrier. So
Yeah.
one of the things that we have done as a company, I think is important, is to invest in a lot of clinical studies that are been reviewed by their peers and they can be published in peer-reviewed journals. So we've done this for so many things. Currently, we're doing one that deals with skin microbiome and telomeres, which means how long can you extend the age of your skin by using the CO2 lift. And it's very promising in all those areas. So the CO2 lift can be used from as young as an infant to however old you are. It's a
Wow.
gel that you mix, and you'll see it when you get it, Tay. You put it on, it can go right up to your lash line, right over your eyelids, and you leave it on for 45 minutes, and then you peel it off. And it can go anywhere on your body. So it can go on your neck, it can go on it's interesting. I know this is not even a lot of the things that we do, I do it to see how the CO2 lift can benefit. There's a treatment that's actually very popular right now for cellulite. I know that's something that a lot of women feel very uncomfortable about when they want to put on a swimsuit or they want to take pictures that photograph that area of their body. Well, there's a treatment called Avali that is proven to help with cellulite. Okay, it's a very popular now. The treatment costs anywhere between typically $3,000 to $4,000 for the treatment. It's a one-time treatment. One of the downsides of the treatment. So what it looks like is a probe. They put an opening into your skin, to your butt. They're going to mark all the places where cellulite is, put the probe, and they're going to break the bands that giving you that pull in your skin.
Mm-hmm.
One of the downsides for it is the bruising. It has about 4 to 6 weeks of extensive bruising.
Wow.
With the CO2 lift, you're talking about 10 to 14 days. That's a huge difference from 30 to, do the math, 46 days, whatever that is. 10 to 14 days of bruising with the CO2 lift. That's how quickly it's helping to regenerate the skin. So it can be used on your thigh, anywhere on the body. When people do surgery, if they want to do liposuction, for instance, the bruising and the swelling, they can put it on immediately. It's used to reduce complications and get a better result. So I'm just kind of giving you the various use cases. It can be used as a standalone just to improve skin health. which a person would want to do 6 to really uplevel their skin within a month, and then just once a month to maintain. That's all. So
Wow.
it's just that's all it is. It's like think of your vitamins for your skin. It's like a large glass of water that's full of vitamins that you take, that you just need to do it at least once a month to maintain the look once you achieve it. So it's a very simple process.
Yeah. So tell me more. You're saying anyone can use it, but
Yes.
so doesn't matter skin type. You can, it
No.
won't break you out.
It doesn't. For the most sensitive skin, for the most sensitive skin. So even people with rosacea, they
Yeah.
people with psoriasis, people with eczema, because it's treating the skin barrier, it's getting rid of inflammation. It's it's great for if you have an issue with something happened. Many physicians, they don't know necessarily what the cause is,
Yeah.
but they figure CO2 lift is going to help. The reason is because it's treating the root causes of the skin. So it's treating inflammation, it's treating hydration, it's increasing skin turnover, it's increasing blood supply and blood flows. All of those things are what make contributes to youthful skin and to clear, healthy skin.
I love it. I'm so excited. So everyone needs to follow me on Instagram at it's _LLC because you're gonna watch me do this in real time and I can give a full review and I'm so excited. Now let's like flip switches here. So you created this product for skin and then what happened to now you have this other product that's similar for
Yes.
vaginal health for men, for women as well. Tell me how did this come full circle for you?
Okay. So we, for some reason, we as women, we think of all of this and we jump to the knees and we leave out our midsection as if that's not skin too.
Mhm.
Our intimate skin contributes to great quality of life. So,
Mhm.
but for me, how it started is generally when I get passionate over something is because it has helped me. So when I had my weight loss, I of course used it. It helped me to get in the best look of my life. Then when I had skin, the CO2 left. So now I got into my mid 40s because now I'm in my mid 50s, but in my mid 40s, I started noticing a difference in the quality of intimacy. What did that mean? It means that when I would have sexual intercourse, I just wouldn't, it would take me longer to orgasm. I just wasn't feeling the same way. And I think of myself as a sex connoisseur because I am going to do it. My mother had given me this 2 pieces of advice when I got married. She said to keep your husband, feed him every day, and give him sex every day. Now, it was translated initially to mean it was for him
Yeah.
until later on, and I had another conversation, and she said to me, good sex is like playing a game of tennis. It's just a different set of balls. Focus on hitting the ball. And what it meant is that sex was not so much a performance thing, or it was more of a connection thing. When Serena Williams is concentrating on hitting the ball, she doesn't care how her face looks. She doesn't care. Her whole intention is to hit the ball. When you have sex in sexual relations, it's about the connection. It's focusing on that. It's not about performing. It's not about how good you look while he's coming off. You know what I'm saying? It's not about positioning and, okay, I look good. Well, it's not about that. It's about being real and enjoying the moment. So I was into that. And then so that's why I was quickly able to identify when things change. Had the conversation with my GYN, and she educated me as to what happens to our vulva vaginal skin. So it's not only, it starts from the 25, like any aging. Our vulva needs, it has where, that's where our clitoris is. And our clitoris needs blood flow to operate optimally. And from the age of 25, it starts to slow down. It takes a longer time to get engorged. So you think about a man would not have sex with a flaccid penis. So many women are having sex with a flaccid clitoris. It's just
Yeah.
not engorged. That's one aspect. So blood flow. But the second aspect is vaginal skin. That skin is very similar to the tissue under our eyes, very thin, easy to show age, and that's getting thinner too. So eventually it gets drier and then eventually leads to painful sex. So what happens is if untreated, a woman will start to either feel any of those sensations, a lack of sensation, or just feel drier. I didn't think I had a dry problem. My doctor had said, Lana, you don't have a lubrication problem. However, Tay, when I used the product, it was like the floodgates of heaven opened. It's a different set of lubrication. It's like sustained lubrication
Yeah.
during 3 hours of sex. Do you understand? That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. So that's the difference, as well as very responsive blood flow. It's almost like You keep yourself at the simmer so that when you're ready to turn up the fire, it boils. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what the CO2 lift. So it's a gel similar to what's done on the face. It has a different pH, just
Mhm.
like vagina, 4 to 4.5. You insert it similar to a tampon, the rest goes on the vulva. And it basically improves lubrication, improves orgasm sensitivity. It reduces infection for people who are prone to getting infection, because as we get older, the pH changes. It helps with stress incontinence. So we've done 3 double-blind clinical studies. 2 of them have been published, and we've seen this, that the women that got the fake gel showed no change in sexual function. The women that got the CO2 lift V showed significant change in all those other areas: arousal, lubrication, desire, which is interesting. And then we did the biopsies. And when you look at that tissue of these women, it looks like the women that we used had atrophy. So it looks like these women were in their 20s and 30s. It just looked healthy, vibrant. So what I say is it improves just your expectation of
Mhm.
having sex. You're expecting it to be comfortable, and you're expecting it. It also, as a woman, it brings awareness to that area of the body, because we have very few sexual cues. Men, the breeze blow and they get an erection. A woman, we are so in our brains, so we have to think about it. So, and I always talk about that. You have to use your imagination in sex, but certainly with the use of the product, it gives a level of focus to taking care of our intimate area.
Yeah.
So I think it gives us that, it puts us more into the lane of initiating sex, which is good for us.
Yeah, I love this. This is so much different than the typical conversations that I have on my podcast. And I'm excited to finally have this type of conversation, because the thing that people don't understand is that everything is connected, right? From your external, the way you see each other, see yourself, to the internal that you feel, to the way you present yourself to the world, the energy that you carry. It is the reason that you're successful. You attract the success and the money and the things and the happiness and the fulfillment because you're taking care of yourself inside and outside. So I love having this conversation too. And a lot of women, like, we have been taught to not have the pleasure or the desire, like you were saying, it's like to please men or everyone else around you, which is something that I teach. Like, this is your season to worry about yourself, to take back your own power, your own desire. And it starts here, right? It starts with like taking care of your body. So I'm so excited about this. The links to everything that you have are below. So in the show notes, you guys can get links. Go check out her social media, the skincare, get the product, watch me on social. I'm going to be doing live demonstrations for you guys, and I cannot wait. And I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having this conversation. Really appreciate you. You're helping so many people, because not only the women, because you're helping their partners too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And thank you again for being here. And as always, we will see you guys on the next episode.